See, that way I can get the street that I'm walking on and us to do.
Oh, there you go.
We are in Lezhe. Why don't you tell people why we came to Lezhe?
Well, we came to Lezhe for sightseeing because this country's a museum.
But how is it different from Durrës, where we live?
So we are inland a little bit farther, although we are close to the sea. In fact, when we go up to that castle you see in the small picture, we'll be able to see the sea and the mountains, etc. And we'll be going by the tomb for Skanderbeg, excuse me, the national hero of Albania. His tomb is located here in Lezhe. And then we'll go to Shëngjin tomorrow afternoon, which is a little
Shëngjin is the beach town?
It's a little coastal city, yeah. It's got a beach and a harbor. And this place is a museum. We live in a museum.
We do. You want to talk about how we're enjoying life in Albania so far?
It's everything we imagined was going to be, plus a little bit more.
Yes, it's paradise. We love it. We have not had the come down, the let down. We have not experienced that yet. I don't know that we will. It's hard to imagine that we will.
Yep.
Let's go over the towns that we visited. So we visited Fushkruya.
We did.
And Kruya.
Yep.
Although Kruya was mostly for us nature and hiking.
Yeah, we
were
hiked
looking
out to a stream and back.
yeah. And then we went to Elbasan.
Yep.
Which was lovely. A little congested, I thought.
Elbasan was as it happens, the headquarters for the Ottoman Empire when they were fighting against Skanderbeg. It's also the place where in 1912 the academics in the country established the formal Albanian language. They chose in 1912. They chose that the characters that we use for writing would be
as opposed to Cyrillic or Greek alphabet.
Cyrillic or Arabic. Arabic was also in consideration as well. So yeah, so we caught a break there, a little bit of a break there. So yeah, quite an interesting city. And then we went to Tirana.
Yes, whereupon my husband tried to kill me with exercise. Because he refuses to get cabs. Why do you refuse to get cabs?
Because walking is good exercise.
But walking 10 miles a day when you're only used to 4 or 5.
12 the second day.
12 the second day, yes.
Yeah.
When you have arthritis, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
There is no life insurance policy. I keep trying to explain to him there's nothing. You get nothing if I die. You get nothing.
You could never be replaced with money anyways.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's talk about what we saw in Tirana.
A lot of clothing stores, some shoe stores.
Because it was my birthday.
Eyewear stores. We also went to Bunkart 1.
Bunkart 1.
That was the hidey hole for Anver.
You make it sound cute, like it's like a West Country and Western diner. Hidey hole.
Anver Hoxha and his leaders would survive nuclear holocaust there.
It was a terrible thing. I almost didn't want to go inside. I almost couldn't go inside because I had this fit of really grim claustrophobia at the doors at the entrance, and then I was like, okay, big deep breath, and then I went in and it was like, oh my god, I can't believe that communism does this to people. It's insane. Communism and religion, I would say, do these things to people where they make this, it's like crazy. Why would you live like a rat? But it was very interesting. The historic exhibits that they've made, the installments there and at the House of Leaves, were very well done. And you know, I just kept thinking the whole time, why do people do this? And then I realized because colonialism was so awful. Then right after that, the Nazis. So communism must have seemed really at the time like, yes, Let's do this.
Well,
Because by comparison, you see what I mean?
there was a lot of equality for the vast majority of people. They were all equally poor. They all equally could not own a car, but they all equally had tiny little homes and some support from the states. But there was a whole section of Tehran that was blocked off for the party leadership, and that's where all the luxury appeared.
And it was very Soviet. I thought the center of Tirana was very Soviet looking.
Grand architecture.
Yeah, and the way it was laid out. And then Tirana itself was kind of overwhelming, and it was just very, very busy, a lot more dense than Durrës. Zormshum, that means noisy. Zormshum. It's just one of those words, one of the few words in Albanian that to me sounds like what it means, so I like to say it. The shops in Tirana were interesting. They weren't like really any better, I thought, than in Durrës. Although
Just more of them.
the mall that I went to with Ileana is full of really, it was like super, super nice. Like not just the stores, but like it wasn't run down and dirty like a lot of the malls. It was like very, very nicely maintained. That's the one with the movie theater. And okay, so we went to Tirana. We talked about Elbasan, Korea.
So now we're in Lezhe.
Now we're in Lezhe.
More to follow.
Yes. Ooh, look, honey. Look, blazers. Blazers. I need blazers.